Greetings, folks. It's Rob Liquor Store.
And it's Brooke.
And you're watching Spikewagon, only Spikewagon.
.net.
.net! Wait, bitches.
Freebirds.
Yeah, delicious, Freebirds. Like, man, it's been like a few weeks since we've done one of these.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, we've been actually fairly busy.
Oh yeah, we were really busy like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so for those that have paid attention to the website, yeah, we were originally planning on having a live show last week, but it's like, no, I want to get this episode out first.
Yeah.
We'd actually talked about it on a show a couple weeks or a few weeks prior. A friend of ours, Jay the Yellow, who we met through Descent to Frederick,
That's right.
asked us if we'd come cover this event for the International Game Developers Association chapter here in Austin.
Which, incidentally, was held at...
Richard Garriott's place.
None other than Lord British himself.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet him, which I would have loved to just...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, it's fucking Lord British, you know.
It's basically what's like the godfather of online gaming, so...
Hell, I'd say RPGs, really. I mean, just like right next to Gary Gygax. I mean...
Yeah.
You know, I mean, come on. And he's been to space.
That's true.
Space.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Which...
All the money he spent on that.
Yeah, which...
$35 million. Was it that much?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Around $30 to $35 million.
Mm-hmm.
Very specific
That's
brand of
a lot.
tourism. Space tourism.
Space tourism, yes.
Still expensive as fuck.
Yeah, but it's getting cheaper every day.
Well, yeah,
at a very slow rate.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything else they do, they are pretty much they're trying to privatize space travel. So.
Yeah, but we'll actually get into that here in a moment. But no, we had a real awesome time.
Oh yeah.
It's hot as hell out.
Hot, sweat our balls off. Like,
oh
pretty
my
much like,
god!
I almost had like heat stroke. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. We dropped you off at home and you went straight to bed.
Yeah, I was dead after that. I was dead during, man. Like.
That last hour was just really kind of.
Yeah.
It was just like I told Tron, it's like, we're out of here, man. 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
like, we're gone.
No, like they had a couple of live shows, and of course, since Virgil were playing,
Yeah.
we covered them entirely. But then they had like 2 people going.
Yeah, the
afterwards.
Love Vandals were on next, and I was originally going to put them into the episode, but I ran into a problem, an unexpected one. So thankfully, the guys from Green Hat Event Technology, I talked to them, and they're like, "Yeah, I only got the headphone output, but go ahead and plug in your recorder. It's cool." Well, and maybe this is something I need to talk with John Pike at some point just to see how much of a difference there is. There's a very big difference between recorded sound and live sound in the way they amp everything.
We need to bring this fucking mixer with us.
If they let me plug in between, I would, but unfortunately the bass and the drums were way too high.
Always way too high.
But thankfully, I did get some good audio off my mic, so I was able to do Stones from DOE. It didn't quite work the same for the Love Vandals, though. The lead vocalist's voice kind of like slips into the bass ranges, and she just kind of get lost.
Yeah, she really came out with a deep voice.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I couldn't use any of their stuff,
And of course, it's the sense Frederick didn't have any vocals.
Yeah.
Except for like talking in between. But.
Yeah. About how a DOE shirt makes a wonderful towel.
Yeah.
I need to turn that into an ad. Anyway.
You just see beads of sweat coming off.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, they can't even play the guitar because it's slipping out of their hand.
That's why they have the Sense Frederick shirts.
The only person that actually had a fan on was John. So.
He brings his own.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure of it.
Well, you kind of need it, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's how it goes.
But unfortunately, Desert to Mars we couldn't record because it was just too dark.
Yeah.
So, but the rest of it was fucking awesome and wonderful time.
Great food.
Oh yeah, the food was awesome.
It was great. It was what was it again?
Salt Lake. Yeah. Dude, you just had the vegetables.
Yeah.
He had a chunk of onion.
Seriously, a raw onion, just like that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, onion, probably the barbecue sauce is pretty damn good.
That barbecue
And the sweet
sauce
potato
was...
salad.
No.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, it's like a.
It wasn't as sweet as I was expecting.
Yeah, it was like first I noticed it was orange, and then I tasted it and just like, this is kind of sweet. Oh my god, it's sweet potato.
I look like a tiger or a Tyrannosaurus or a big meat eater with blood all the way around.
Yeah, he's just like getting his carnivore on. So, and so watch, enjoy. Major made it funny.
Yeah,
So-
Major saved the day on that one. like
that was part of the reason why I was like, okay, we have to do an episode of this now. So
yeah, well, like at first, the first part of the day, we got like all the crowd shots and all the specific things that were going on there, like the swan boat and everything like
yeah,
that, and his little like playground, which was awesome.
yeah,
And even Major helped us out with that, but Major like, yeah, I was just beat, and you know Major was there and he wanted to like, you know,
he wanted to do interviews. I'm like,
yeah,
shit, let's go.
Of course, most of it ended up being about their underwear, but
Yeah,
stuff we couldn't use to make IDGA look, you know, family friendly, which is actually was. It was very family friendly.
yeah, it really
I
is.
love the part at the end of our episode where you're on top of you're on the crow's nest.
Wait a minute, you did watch the episode, right?
I haven't watched it.
No, don't say,
Okay,
don't mention anything.
I'll
So
okay.
it was a moment I didn't expect, and I had to keep it
Just
in.
the way you ended it too, it was so cool.
Yeah. So we'll watch it later. So
Alright.
anyway, so great time. Back to
Love
space. Yeah, back to space.
It's up there.
Well, except we might not be up there for a while unless you're on the ISS.
Yeah.
The shuttle program is here.
Now they're museum pieces.
Yeah.
Who's cutting onions in here? Huh?
Hmm?
Who's cutting onions in here?
Yeah. Yeah. Atlantis landed, and
Now
well,
it's going to the museum.
yeah, it's.
Same with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I did actually. Somebody actually caught a cool video of the re-entry.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have to find it again. I think it was on Slashdot, but it was. You could tell it was slowed down.
Right.
Because then you watch the full speed. Whew. That was so cool. But it still was like, damn it, it's coming to an end.
Yeah.
You know, and
And they don't really have plans for like another shuttle. They just wanted to lease it out, basically.
well, they're going back and forth about whether or not they're going to go with rockets again. You know, like we did in the '60s.
Like Voyager.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they were thinking about using Ares 5, I think.
Ares
rocket
5s, yeah.
For cargo, and Orion for
Yeah.
for bringing astronauts up there. The capsule looks like almost like an Apollo style capsule. It's a little bit bigger, but it runs out of its own power. It has several panels that come out, and I don't know if it's reusable or not. But that's the way they were supposed to. But I don't know what's going on with that. Kind of sucks though, because the only reason why we went up to space was for a race. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
Now we got the technology to clearly do it, and we've done it multiple times before, and yeah,
Well, you know,
it's all political bullshit. That's
yeah, I
involved.
was going to say, well, and it's not even so much political. You know, it's just that people, you know, really have lost, to me, I mean, say for a few certain groups,
right.
you know, the public as a whole has really lost this hunger for exploration.
Right.
You know,
Now, a lot of the exploration these days, a lot of technology is going towards, you know, personalized, you know, gadgets and stuff like that, like smartphones and online, like, you know, Facebook and Google Plus, which I recommend now.
yeah, which I saw a great forum thread title earlier this week.
Yes, Bert, it is a DeLorean mine.
Yes, it is. But it was a great thread title because our fathers went to the moon, we went to Farmville.
Yep.
That was a great and yet sad commentary,
It's very succinct.
you know, on the American lack of hunger for exploration these days.
Yeah.
And yet when you realize that the money that could be used for NASA, and on top of that,
very, very small.
yeah, and on top of that, the James Webb Telescope, which you're talking about defunding, which is bullshit.
Which is, I don't know how much money that's going to cost. I think
Well,
it's
we
almost close to $500 million for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we basically stripped our funds, so to speak, with, like, you know, problems with the economy and all the stuff going on in the Middle East. And,
Well, maybe
Yeah, how about we stop in the Middle East and actually do something, you know, maybe good?
and yeah, that's another thing. Obama, you know, he made all these campaign pledges, and the thing is, he's actually following through on a lot of them. Apparently, by the end of like this year, by the middle of next year, we're supposed to be out of the Middle East, or at least
Which
one
is
of those-
good, about time.
Yeah, at least one of those countries.
I hope so. Well, we'll see. I'll see. I'll believe it when I see it when we start pulling people out of there.
Yeah, and it's two things. One is that you know, it's kind of late in the game. Like, people were expecting it like pretty much right away, which was kind of unrealistic, to be honest, just because like, you know, there's a certain amount of chaos that goes with that. And the other thing is that the more we pull out our own troops, the more we just again, what they're doing with the space shuttle, the more they lease it out, they give it to like PMCs or private military companies. So that in itself
or just expect the locals to actually step up and which has had its own share of issues, but.
And the funny thing about private military companies is they actually cost more than to put our own troops there.
Yeah.
So.
It's like there was Roy Zimmerman had a great line, and thanks for the support. Spent 8 times on those, or pay those mercenaries 8 times what I do, or what I do. Yeah. Fuck that. But yeah, we could use this money for better things, like going to Mars.
Which is probably never going to happen now. So.
We might see it in our lifetime, but
we
might be old fogies by the time.
Yeah, I was going to say what impact it may have at that point is.
We could do it now if we wanted to. That's the thing. That's a sad thing.
It's just that
we could do it right now. Just a little bit more research. It'd be like going to the moon back in the '60s. I mean, all you have to do
what do you think about technology-wise? Going to the moon in the '60s
was very
holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you go to Mars, just find a certain spot where it's at, where it's actually closer. It'll only take you a month to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of depressing when you think about stuff like that. It's not going to happen probably in your lifetime. You thought it would be, but no.
Another interesting thing.
Kind of being pessimistic about it.
Yeah.
I guess from a physics point of view, what's probably interesting about going to Mars is that it's actually really fucking far off. I mean, everything in space is pretty fucking far scattered. And the fact that we're still, they're still finding out things about gravity in itself. So that, if that had to enter into the calculation and our theory, though close, was 0.1% off, then we'd be off by 1,000 million, by 1 million miles.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, that in itself might kind of complicate it. So.
Well,
look what happened back in the '60s too. It's the same thing that happened with that.
Compared to Mars, the moon's a lot closer.
Well, but that was back in the '60s when we went there.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, now, and it's like I said, the technology curve will help us along quite a bit, as far as the calculations go.
Right.
Man, look, they had a calculator running their spaceship, and they made it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was a calculator. That's all it was.
Yeah, in the '60s, they just...
My phone is more powerful than what they had on board that shit.
Yeah, it was all
Hell, your phone is probably more powerful than what's on the damn shuttle.
Yeah, that's true.
My PSP is more powerful than what's on the shuttle.
Yeah, PSP.
Well, they don't really have trouble sending probes to Mars, but if you have people in it, that that's a total. We're saying this.
Oh, okay.
That's a total different thing because you got live people on there. I mean, if you lose the space probe, you're out money. That's it. You're not out lives. So there's a.
But it's goddamn
really
space. That's part. I mean, that's the ticket you pay to help evolve humanity. Yeah, it's it sucks that people may have to perish, but if it helps us evolve, maybe even on an order of magnitude, like one thing I've read.
Those actually people that died during the Apollo program.
Yeah. There's people that died during the shuttle program.
Yeah. So
Challenger and Columbia.
Oh, yeah.
So and something I've read a few years ago was, they're talking about the first.
And guess what was causing it? Human error.
So.
That and space radiation. No.
Not yet.
Yeah. But, they said the hypothesis was that the first few trips to Mars could potentially be one way.
Yeah, that's what Nate was just saying right here. Yeah.
I would totally fucking do it. Seriously. I would go.
So you could
Why? Because it would help us get off this goddamn mud ball.
But then, that would be kind of interesting, because you'd be the first gravestone on Mars, so...
Fine.
I'll do it when I'm sick and they can't find a cure.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now. It's not like I got kids or some shit,
That's true. Yeah.
And to me, that will help more people, getting us off Earth than pumping out a unit or two. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and also.
Can't tell I don't like kids.
The thing is, you don't have to take one ship. They'll have another ship for you, waiting for you to come back. Or ready to go.
I'd rather stay there and help prepare.
Yeah.
That's just how I am.
I'm sure there are a bunch of other people, especially astronauts, that would say
There's no cure for old age. You're already dying.
When you're born, you start dying. So might as well have a good time.
Might as well
go to
Mars.
heaven.
Well, go to
Don't
Vegas next
go
week.
to hell. Oh yeah, well, we'll discuss that later. And nobody gets my song reference.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
Yeah,
No, I
great
don't.
song.
Good song.
So,
Crazy video from what I remember.
I never saw the video for that. I just remember having that album. That was one of my favorite songs.
It's kind of fucked up. Yeah.
Well, it's King to talk about. I mean, they had Satan is my motor.
I don't remember that song.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I wanted to say something. Since we
Well,
last
you
been
got-
on the show.
Well, you gotta flip your camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to. We asked. Has anybody seen Transformers 3?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, you were telling me about this.
Yeah. You're a Star Trek fan? You actually have to go see it. Yes, you just do. I'm not going to say what's in it. I'm just going to say I would go see it just for that. It's pretty...
Which is a lot considering
maybe-
we're talking about fucking Transformers here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you look at who wrote it, you'll see why.
Who wrote it?
Robert Oakey and Gruzman. They wrote Star Trek 2009.
Oh,
Then the reboot, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the J.J. Abrams one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you watch that, you'll be like, "Holy shit, he just say that?" So I just want everybody to let everybody know. So
Either that or they'll be like,
no, I
Oh,
was gonna
what?
say Roddenberry's dead. No,
He's dead, Chuck.
he's dead. Yes.
no, I was just thinking, or else like the hardcore Trekkies would be like, oh, fuck the reboot, we're not going to see this movie. Ah, you know, just fucking
Support
purge
Michael
out and
Bay.
shit. And,
Oh yeah. No,
But there's one character on there that just made me like, "Oh my god, is that him?" Sit here.
so they had a crossover, like somebody from Star Trek was in the show or in the movie.
So they actually play one of the main characters.
Zachary Quinto.
No, I'll tell you later.
The guy who played Kirk.
No,
Sue.
older.
Older. Oh, wait, Spock.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, what's his name?
Leonard Nimoy does the voices of one of.
Oh
main
yeah, I
characters.
remember hearing about that.
Yes.
And he plays like one of the bad guys, doesn't he?
well, he played as Galvatron in the
Yeah, he
original
played
animated
as
series.
Galvatron.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, you guys have to see it just to see the there's multiple references in there. It's sickening almost.
It probably would be, because I'm there to see, but you know, if I was there to see this film, what am I going to? You know, if I'm there to see fucking Transformers.
It's true.
Give me Transformers references, you know?
I when you told me that, I can understand like why they would do that, because they were both like really big in the 80s. So,
Yeah, exactly. That's probably why they did it. And I think Michael Bay is related to Leonard Nimoy by marriage.
Yeah, he is.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's how he pulled it off,
That's how
so,
he was actually scared to ask Leonard Nimoy at Thanksgiving, and his grandmother and mother's like, ask him if you want to do it.
Right.
He's like, no, Mom, no. So,
Hey, at least they didn't get somebody to like impersonate the voice of Orson Welles to play Unicron or some shit. So. Which, if everybody knows that, yeah.
yeah, I remember the movie.
Yeah, about right up there with Raul Julia being a fucking Street Fighter before he died. So.
Yeah.
God damn it. So,
I'm sorry. I'm just having flashing memories
Of Street Fighter, the movie.
Yeah, the last fight.
you know, I
It's
never
like
watched that
squeezed it all
movie.
together. And then they have like one scene where it just blew up or something like that.
That was the whole base that blew up or something like that.
Yeah.
It's been so long. I only seen it
I've
once.
never watched it. I refuse to.
Yeah, it's stupid. I'm surprised it made it on the big screen.
It was fucking Street Fighter, dude. It was it was the early '90s. The series was still hitting pretty hard. We were just getting the alpha, and yeah, you'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
And it was stupid. That was a great descriptor right there. So.
I actually kind of like the third Transformers. I don't know if I'll probably like the second one, the first and second ones.
Yeah, I think I saw the first one and it was okay. It was kind of a teen adventure movie almost.
Yeah,
like,
Shia
in the 90s.
LaBeouf just annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. But no, then the second one, I remember seeing parts of it. Like,
There's a lot of comedy
TV.
involved in the third one.
That's good. But
Yeah, well, there kind of was in the first one too. So.
Yeah.
I remember the second one just being kind of like
Too serious?
no, just like it almost seemed like they were just going through the motions. It didn't really seem like they
Were-
had a point in doing it.
Oh, okay. I tell you what, they show Cybertron. That was pretty badass.
Sweet.
Looked like a. I don't know what it looked like. It was kind of weird seeing it. So I never.
Cybertron in real life.
Well, I mean,
Well, CG
not from the
live,
CG, not in the cartoon or anything. Actually, it looks realistic almost, but compared to a cartoon, everything does.
So how about we take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll do our first beer review.
And I'll have something to eat by then.
Yeah, and I had nachos. I made carnitas last night.
Nice.
So
I slept well last night.
yeah. So we'll be back. Speckwagon,
Donuts.
drink bitches. All right, folks, we're back. Speckwagon,
Done that.
done it.
We don't have
So
anything to drink yet.
yes, so this is the first beer we're doing this evening from the Maui Brewing Company. Yeah,
Coconut porter.
coconut porter. Ooh, excuse me. So this
We
one
had a few before that.
Yeah, this guy's ready to drink beer. He's already been.
Yeah, I've already been there. What the hell are you talking about? So this one, I've seen some of the stuff from Maui Brewing before, but I've just never had a chance to try it.
Alright.
And I was like, coconut porter.
Coconut porter.
Might this work? So let's. I like the fact they're doing stuff in cans so it doesn't get fucked up by light and all that. Oh shit! I poured.
Said it that thick?
No. I was too close to the edge of the glass.
Let's see if I can do it better than Rob.
No.
It looks pretty dark too.
Yeah, it is. Well, for a porter, I can understand some darkness, but
Christ.
This is like
Even the head's like,
yeah, the
Yeah.
head. Yeah, if you want to show
The
them,
head-
we'll like go drive my
the head is like Hispanic.
Yeah, no.
It's not a mullet. Yeah, I said it.
Mullet, Hispanic, I don't get it.
Mix a mullet.
Look at the pixel mullet.
Yes. So
That's
yeah,
pretty-
that's a
Dark.
lot of head on that one. That's
Yeah, and it smells really good. Like, it smells really sweet. You should
Does
give
it?
it a whiff, yeah.
yeah. Well, of course. Oh wow.
Yeah.
It does. You do get like that coconut scent to it, but it's not like a coconut milk. It's almost like you're smelling the flesh.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not even like that coconut kind of suntan lotion.
By the
way, Yeah.
Nate
which I
says,
hate.
Nate says Pixelicious. Pixelicious.
Pixelicious.
Pixelicious. Yes.
That's the glasses.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, I bought these at Target, $20. I was like, I saw them, I'm like, oh hell yeah, I gotta buy them. Unfortunately, I already drank out of my favorite one, the Tempest glass, so I can't use it right now. So.
I'm using Missile Command.
Missile Command. Which, by the once we taste this, I got something about Missile Command I want to talk about in a moment. So,
And it's really cool. The head right now looks like kind of like when you have like a root beer float.
Yeah.
You have like that foam, and then it kind of like settles.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, because mine's starting to calm down already. So,
Yeah.
and looks like it's probably going to lace pretty well. So that's good. So, shall we?
Done.
Drink, bitches. Smooth, creamy.
Oh my god, creamy.
I don't really get the coconut taste anymore.
A little bit, but it does taste. Kind of melts into like that tinny taste you usually get from beer, you know.
Right. I was gonna say there's probably just like a hint of it. I almost get like a slight hop citrus,
Especially
like very slight.
Yeah, I got a mouthful of foam, and I really got like the citrusy hop
Mhm.
taste. So.
But that's very smooth though.
Yeah.
What's the taste of it?
It kind of
It still kind of has that coffee taste.
it does a bit. Yeah, it is very much coffee like.
It's almost like coffee with like a lot of milk in it.
Mhm.
Like, well, because it's creamy, yeah. But
Yeah. Christ again.
Shit. Sorry.
apparently we can't go through an episode without Justin Hardy.
We did one.
We did
yeah.
one.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sorry.
should be. So anyway, but no, yeah, it does kind of remind me like coffee with a little bit of milk in it.
Yeah.
You do get a little bit of that coconut sweetness, and are you pleased with yourself?
Justin's broken right now. He's like killed over in laughter at his own part.
Alright.
Sure. Anyway.
Wow, look how red my face is.
Yeah. This is like,
Look at that.
That's how hard it is.
Wow.
Yeah. He amuses himself
Yes.
in a number of ways. So, Anyway.
Okay, back to beer.
Yes.
So, yeah, very much like coffee with like a little bit of milk, a slight hint of coconut, not overpowering or like very sweet.
Yeah, even the coffee taste is just like not even there. That's the thing about this drink. Like nothing is overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just kind of blends together.
It's a very well balanced beer.
Yeah.
It really is. So on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you give coconut porter?
Like 4.5. This is amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Usually when when you go to bars and people, you try and get like the kind of fancier drinks to try to show off, right? But there's always like kind of this drawback because they have like one thing that's like overpowering, and you get like the hoppy taste a little bit too much.
And it just tastes totally like shit. So
especially like the hoppy taste, it mixes like the taste of a cigarette. It's kind of like eating.
It doesn't work all that well. It depends on what you have. So.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing as eating spicy food while you're drinking a soda. You get the like really bitter mixture taste.
Yeah.
But no, this is just great. This is like candy, like. There are no drawbacks.
Yeah, this probably wouldn't be a beer I'd have with red meat. Probably would be good with like some chicken, maybe some seafood, to kind of counterbalance, the lightness of the food. Or even just some like grilled veggies. Really, I mean, this would be this would be great with.
What's up?
Just some grilled corn on the cob with some butter and a little bit of mayo.
I can see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Have you tried it?
I'll try it on break.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this would go well with some veggies especially.
Oh, yeah.
So as for myself, I'll give it a 4. Because the balance is really well done on this one. Smooth, creamy, a hint of sweetness. I don't really get the hop citrus now.
No.
It was probably just at the beginning.
Yeah, it's probably just because it was like being stirred and it was kind of like being brought up.
Yeah. And that might be something also because if it was like really cold, then it might pop up a little bit more. But now it's warming up a little bit, it might just kind of settle down. So, yep, Mount Brewing Coconut Porter. It's Spike Wagon approved.
Very
very approved. Yes. So,
you don't mind? I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna light my cigarette back up, and then we'll go ahead and discuss some news.
Well, I'll test my theory that it goes well with the.
We'll see.
Well, when we first did Whiskey Dicks, the very first one we actually tried that was these specifically.
Oh, yeah.
But we found that made the bits way too long. So it was just like, we'll cut them out. We'll just, if we do it for shit like this, it's fine because we're smoking anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So, anywho.
So, what kind of interesting news do we have here?
Quite a bit actually. I mean, we've already discussed the shuttle program, and if I had a 40 and a curb, I'd pour it. Maybe later. So, actually, do we want food, business, or fucking stupid?
Food. That's a new topic we don't usually talk about.
This is
Well,
not,
actually-
this is not the Japanese shit burger.
No.
Oh yeah, that was last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last time. About maybe
That wasn't really
sick.
food. That was
Red-
shit.
Yeah.
Red poop meat. Yeah.
Red poop meat.
So actually, since we're on the discussion of beer here, this one I was baffled, especially with Medvedev holding the same mug I have, which is for Spaten. Russia classifies beer as alcoholic.
Huh?
Russian President Dmitry Medvedev has signed a bill that officially classifies beer as alcoholic, and McCaffrey, go the fuck away. Why the fuck are you on?
What are you doing?
No, it just popped up out of like nowhere. God damn.
Yeah, McCaffrey.
Okay, wait, then what's
Yeah.
vodka then?
Huh?
What's vodka then?
Vodka is vodka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, vodka is, well, death if you follow some of the stories. Until now, anything containing less than 10% alcohol in Russia has been considered a foodstuff. The move, signed into law on Wednesday, will allow ministers to control the sale of beer in the same way that spirits are controlled. Russian alcohol consumption is already twice the critical level set by the World Health Organization.
I wonder why.
It's like Alaska. There's nothing to do out there. Just drink.
Well,
Actually, right now it's probably 100 degrees like Canada.
well, and that's like vice. Well, let me continue on here for a moment. Although vodka was long been the traditional tipple in Russia, what's the BBC? I don't know. Beer has soared in popularity, being marketed as the healthier alternative to spirits. Over the past decade, beer sales in Russia have risen more than 40%, while vodka sales have fallen off by nearly 30%.
See, that's sad.
Correspondents say it's common to see people swigging beer in the street and in parks as if they are drinking soft drinks.
Makes sense.
Maybe that means that Russians are more laid back than we are.
Well,
We should model ourselves after Russia. I would love to have a beer in the street and just be like, hey, what's up?
yeah,
Yeah.
so would I, but I don't know. But no, the whole vodka thing's actually been like a pretty big problem in Russia because it's actually
People drink to shit.
well, it's actually been killing off their men,
Really?
you know, of working age.
Oh,
Because
like
because
cirrhosis and stuff?
yeah,
Shit, let's move to Russia.
no, have like all the cute Russian chicks move here.
I don't want to marry one, I'm sorry.
Hey, as long as I get here before I meet them and I don't like fly them over, that's fine. Okay?
Speaking
Then
of,
I know they're not working to get specifically a green card, maybe. Anyway, they're
Speaking of-
probably students. Anyway,
students. Speaking of hot Russian students, there's another country, you know, world renowned for their attractive women, and that is Norway.
Mhm.
And they've been having no troubles. So
yeah,
we
the
might get into that later.
yeah, I heard about that. I was like, wow, what the fuck?
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
that
about
was
it.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, we'll discuss that a little bit later, but
I hope so.
Yeah.
but you know, I find it so funny that they actually, for the longest time, they consider beer food. I mean, the joke is it's liquid bread,
Yeah.
but
That and, you know, Russians drink so much that they can't tell that it's alcohol.
Yeah.
maybe yeah, it's like why their noses roll red. Can I help you?
Cat wants to touch it.
Yes.
Yes.
So, anyway. But yeah, I find that funny that they just now consider it alcoholic. And I'm pretty sure, you know, with the title, I'm pretty sure there's like a Soviet Russia joke in there, but in Soviet Russia, beer calls you an alcoholic? I don't know.
In Soviet Russia, there's no
I
alcohol.
almost made air mattress snarf.
You're an asshole.
But it was funny. So,
Well, I'll have to come with them then. I must see if we can make cranes up there in Russia.
yeah. Okay, boss?
Make cranes in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
good.
terrible.
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 Okay, what's next? What you got? You're that with food.
Actually, since we're talking about cute porn chicks,
Okay,
so
we'll do that.
Do you have the Norway story yet?
I know. Actually, I can because it's actually been all over the BBC.
I didn't hear about it. So,
Well,
is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Kind of a bad thing.
Yeah, because it was very.
Are they dying
unexpected.
off?
No. Actually, what had happened was there was a bomb that went off near one of their government buildings
Oh, I heard
in
about.
Oslo.
Oh, I heard about that today. Okay,
And then the
yeah.
same day, some guy went, and let me back up to the news story here because it's just here, went
This is
and
Norwegian,
shot up
isn't it?
a youth camp.
Really?
Yeah.
In Norway?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yes.
Jesus.
80 now in the shooting.
Wow.
Which, Jesus, what kind of weapon did he have?
At least a lot.
At least 80 people died when a gunman opened fire in an island youth camp in Norway, hours after bomb attack on the capital. And here's the funny thing: right now, they're saying it's not Islamic terrorists.
Domestic?
No. I saw an article that it was like some group. No. It was some group called the Assistance for the Jihad or something like that, and they claimed responsibility for it. But I guess they were just like blowing smoke, you know.
So
Yeah,
it's
Just
probably
like, oh, this terrible thing happened. That was us.
it's probably domestic.
It could very well be,
Domestic,
but it's so early,
Yeah.
you know, in the game. It's so hard to say. I didn't actually realize that many people.
I was reading Huffington Post and I saw something about it. I'm like, oh great, another bomb blast going off somewhere in the world. What's
Yeah.
new?
Of course, my question is why Norway? That was like the
I
weird
don't know,
part.
just to
I'm-
get attention. That's all.
I'm very interested to see how this story is going to play out,
Yeah.
you know, in the coming days because that's just kind of like out of fucking nowhere. So,
It really is.
actually,
People.
since now we've depressed the fuck out of ourselves,
Let's
how
go.
about let's do fucking stupid?
Yes. Well, it's not. This is not going to depress us. Will this make us laugh or what?
Yeah, because
Dumb people in the world,
huh?
stupid people in the world,
Oh yeah, you might say that.
or here in the United States mostly.
It was here in the U.S. actually.
Go figure.
So, Portsmouth, unhappy that a Lafayette Road car dealer wouldn't take back the van. Oh, God damn it. The van he bought on Monday. David Cross drove the Lemon back after the dealer closed on Tuesday and crashed it into 6 cars parked on the lot for sale.
Ooh.
Quote, I hit the first $25,000 car I could see. Cross told the Herald.
This ain't GTA, damn it.
I didn't hit a car under $20,000. Then I moved a van that they wouldn't come down on the price for. I moved it with the lemon they sold me. I just held it to the floor until I couldn't move it anymore. I took out 7 vehicles, including my own.
See, that's what's awesome about this guy. He shows no remorse. He did this with a purpose, totally intentional. He was just like a big fuck you.
Well, it gets even better, though. Cross, a Salisbury, Mass. resident who turns 42 today, is charged with 6 felony counts of criminal mischief, 1 for each of the car's damage. He
Those
said,
poor cars.
Huh?
Those poor cars.
I know.
He said his story began on Monday when his wife bought a van at the Portsmouth used car superstore. Quote, it was a piece of crap, Cross said, elaborating that...
Like your damn wife. Wait. Blame your fucking self for not going there with your wife. I mean, come on. Both of you guys are buying it. Jesus.
Cross
You
said,
lazy fuck.
elaborating that his mechanic looked at the van after it was purchased, which was another dumb mistake, and found a host of problems, including an odometer that didn't work. Ooh, excuse me. He said an internet search showed that it had been in a wreck, and his insurance agent told him he couldn't insure it with a broken odometer. So he
What's up,
followed.
Murph?
He followed his
Sup, dick bags. It's probably Murph.
woohoo. So he followed his mechanic's advice to take it back. Cross said he went back to the car dealer, asked for a refund, and was told, "You're stuck with it." So he began negotiating the price for another van, but a salesman wouldn't budge. He said. He said that he and his wife returned home in the van they bought Monday, and he waited for her to fall asleep. Then he drove back to the car dealership just before midnight and started trying.
I blame him. Not for what he did, for his choice of vehicles. Lazy.
It gets even better. He said he was about to call the police and turn himself in when he saw a cruiser, flagged it down, and told the officer the deal. After his arrest, he was released on personal recognizance bail, and his schedule to be arraigned September 19th. You know what? Yeah, it was bullshit what the dealership did. He could have taken him to court.
Yeah, he could have.
Because
and he probably would have won, too.
He probably would have.
He has no defense now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, they probably had lemon laws.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I mean, yeah, it sounds cool on the internet, but it is
badass
stupid.
motherfucker. I mean, he took the issue into his own hands. Of course, he made things like that 100 times worse, but I still think it's fucking hilarious.
That's the whole point. That's why it's posted there. I mean, I blame the dude because he must be a lazy fuck. I'm sure his wife, probably doesn't know much about cars. She saw that and said, "Oh, it's a nice looking van. We'll take it."
Yeah.
And he should have went with. He's a lazy fucker.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Murph is saying, "Dear Rob, please stop turning towards the camera when you can almost see your yan bag."
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Any stats require you to be able to return a car, I think, within 3 days for any reason.
Yeah.
So
they probably had laws like that in place, and he
he didn't even look at it. He just went berserk, lost his temper.
He just went rock star and just maybe he was playing GTA the day before. I don't know. So
Actually, I have a very similar story. Earlier today.
You ran into cars?
No.
We almost did on the highway one time.
That's the same principle. Basically, earlier today I was playing WoW, which I do when I don't want to do anything else. And I was.
You have cars in there now?
No.
They do in Minecraft though.
They do in Minecraft. Well, no.
The dude? He's about to say, "Really? I'm going home now."
I'm gonna go play Minecraft. Fuck this. No. Basically, somebody was rolling on all this stuff, rolling need. Basically making sure that he got it even though he didn't need anything that he was taking. And, it was like a lower level dungeon, so these people obviously hadn't been playing for a while. And I was just like, this guy's a ninja, you need to kick him. And then I, tried to kick him out of the group a couple of times, and people kept voting it down. And I'm just like, are you guys serious? This guy is taking everybody's gear, and he's pissing me off. And I was just like, it's just gear, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, but I'm not going to let this pass. I mean, I was in a bad mood, I just woke up. And so I was just like, you know what? No. I'm not doing anything until you guys pick him. So they started pulling stuff without me because I was a tank. I was just like, all right. So that's basically my equivalent to him crashing into those cars was I pulled everything in the dungeon and then they wiped. And then we all ran back, resurrected, ran back to where we were, and I was just like, okay, are you guys going to kick him now? And they're like, no. And then I'm like, okay, so I grabbed everything again, wiped us again, and the thing
You
is,
shall not pass.
exactly, you shall not pass. And it kept on like that until they finally kicked me, but it was like 30 minutes later, and I was in no rush. I was just like, we could go out like this all day.
It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's WoW trolling.
Yeah, and like, I felt like a complete dick, and I was being a complete dick, but I
felt better.
I didn't feel better, actually. No, I just didn't give a fuck at that point. I'm just like, alright, my
Screw
problem.
you guys can go down the arcade.
Yeah. I just like switched to a different character, and I healed, so that I could be more supportive.
So since actually we're talking about WoW, which actually that was completely unplanned segue.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for Murph.
Sometimes you just gotta make motherfuckers pay,
And sometimes,
and sometimes you just gotta run into cars.
yeah, sometimes I think people are allowed to be dicks.
You should have started playing GTA afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have started playing GTA. That would have totally worked.
So since we're speaking about WoW,
With the Carmageddon mod. You remember seeing that?
Yeah.
That was
Cars
hilarious.
flying.
the fuck up
You go-
the physics I9.
Yeah, this is off of GTA 4, and he's shooting at cars. When you shoot at cars, they start flying, or when you drive them.
Yeah.
Then there's one car just sitting there, just not doing anything. He starts shooting it, flies against the wall, hits the building. He's still shooting it, hits him right in the head.
I still like the one that swiped the cell phone out of his hand. That was funny.
Yeah, it makes a little honk noise.
Yeah.
Especially since like you shoot one car and then it just flies off into another car and then that car flies off and it's like this chain reaction. And past a certain point, there are just cars flying fucking everywhere. It's so fucking
it's
awesome.
great drunk entertainment.
Yeah.
So-
By the way, Murph, you should have just switched to anonymous. I mean, you should have just kept it there. That would have been kind of cool.
So anyway, since we were talking about WoW a moment ago, the Chinese may have been the first to invent gunpowder and delicious pork-filled fried dumplings, but they have not caught up to the rest of the world when it comes to respecting intellectual property rights. Case in point, the recent opening of an entire theme park dedicated to World of Warcraft and StarCraft, two of the most popular online games in the world, in the Changzhou, fucking somewhere in China. It's a sprawling $30 million megaplex spanning 600,000 square meters that aspires to compete with Disney and Universal Studios as a global theme park destination, and it's a total knockoff.
Is it called Red Park?
They didn't pay Blizzard, the company behind these two games, a dime.
They're probably gonna get like half their tours in just from Korea alone.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah.
The folks down over
going there next year.
Shanghai have visited the park and took lots of pictures and detailed the experience. The place is massive. There are statues all over the place taller than a grown man with characters from the two video games. The funniest part is, even though how they stole all the details and characters from the games, they know they can't go all out and call it World of Warcraft land. Although the initial schematics that surfaced a few months ago made it look like it was
Just like
basically that. They have come up with their own phraseology. So Warcraft World is called the Terrain of Magic. The StarCraft ripoff zone is called the Universe of Starship. The entire park is called World Joyland.
I heard there's going to be a BG ride. You stand in line for 45 minutes, and then when you get on the right, everyone else is getting off and yelling at each other. Melee.
Wow. Good. Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, basically, if you get like different passes. One is you're a tank, no line for every ride, and then if you're a DPS, you have to wait half an hour for every ride.
But man,
They didn't have the flash pass for like they do for Six Flags.
Yeah, that's what the tank is. Like that's how it works in World of Warcraft. Nobody plays tanks, so if you have a tank and you queue up for a dungeon, seriously, you press the button and then it pops up. You're in.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it.
So that's basically like the quick passes at those that like start.
Mails actually do work, by the way. Work
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah, and you get the stink eye when you go by. You're like,
Fuck you.
Unfortunately,
I
there's
paid-
no virtual
I
equivalent.
paid
to
more,
the same guy.
motherfucker. Tank or higher?
Healer. Healer is
okay, healer. Yeah. Okay.
these days. Healer is like a 6-minute wait.
Oh.
so after.
Wait.
Jesus Christ.
Just let it all out, dude. I did it earlier.
Yeah, I know,
And
but
it felt good.
We had to show some decorum. So.
I don't know. I just can't.
It's a cat. Kill it with fire.
No, it's funny when she smells my cigarettes. She gets this just that look. She's like,
What is that?
yeah.
Now, if it was weed, she'd be like, "Give me some of that." Start
I
I
bogarting.
still like how one of his dogs loves cupcakes.
Who? Murphy's?
Yeah,
Oh, I never even heard of that before.
yeah. So
Can't blame him.
beer, I understand. Dogs fucking love beer.
Oh yeah.
My cat loves beer.
Yeah. Cupcakes was a new one.
I love beer.
Yeah. Yeah, beer.
Almost time to go get another one
Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good.
And
And
stuff.
stuff.
and stuff. Any
So-
more stupid news? Because
Yes,
that was
yes.
really interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
I would love more stupid news.
This one, wow.
Does it beat the last one?
Depends on your point of view, I'd say.
Yeah. It's a different form.
Even if the science was right, the message proved terribly.
By the way, Murph is drinking the 21st Amendment Black IPA.
Well played, sir. The California Milk Processor Board pulled the plug on a controversial campaign that positioned milk as a remedy for premenstrual syndrome by appealing to cowering husbands and boyfriends.
Ooh.
There's merit to the idea that regular consumption of milk and other foods rich in calcium and vitamin D can lessen the odds a woman will develop PMS or reduce the severity of symptoms. But the campaign, mainly on the website whose URL was everythingidoiswrong.org, wow, was seen by many as sexist and downright offensive. Now the URL directs people to the site Got Discussion where the Milk Board apologizes. And this is a quote from that statement. Over the past couple of weeks, regrettably, some people found our campaign about milk and
Yes, Murph, I do it all the time. Sorry.
and
Go ahead.
PMS to be outrageous and misguided, and we apologize to those we have offended. How offended? As the Hartford Courant's Susan Campbell wrote last weekend, I'm postmenopausal, but I'm still pissed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. All these people that complain, they're probably just on their periods.
And that's brew at Spankwagon.
Yeah.
Send me all the hate mail. So no, what was
I speak
Murphy's?
for myself.
Oh, he's just like, here's an idea. Let's see how many random things I can see that air will
Yeah.
interject and interrupt Rev before Rev flips out.
I don't know. Either that will happen, or we'll just like come up with like random improv comedy, because that's usually how it plays. Because we'll throw out random shit, and just sometimes it works, and other times it's just like I don't know what the fuck. So
Well, the reason why I rent out stuff because we don't chat on the big screen, so
yeah,
and you need to have chat running in your background, you ass.
yeah. Shut the fuck up.
My wife's menstrual cycle is somehow linked to the new episodes of True Blood, Dexter, and The Daily Show.
True Blood, I can see that.
Wow, the Daily Show? How does that work?
Maybe every time Bill O'Reilly comes down, she's like, "That fucking I don't know."
I'm still trying to figure out what was the bit about Jen watching Glenn Beck.
I have no idea.
It's like, to me, it just makes me want to put a fork in my ears. You know, just-
She has a clit hard on for Jon Stewart. That's probably why.
Well,
Yeah.
I
He would.
mean, it's Jon Stewart. Come on.
Yeah. Jon Stewart can't fight it.
Yeah. It's like being gay for Bridget, which I just realized.
Huh?
Bridget.
Bridget.
And that's just a reference. No, we
You're
don't
talking
talk
about
No, I don't
Bridget
get that,
or
sorry.
Bridget from
Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't play that game, so.
Well, Bridget for the longest time I thought was a girl.
Oh,
So did everybody else.
oh okay.
I think she was especially hot, but I'm just like, oh, she's cute, very kawaii costume. And then, oh, it's a guy.
What the hell?
Japan.
I called Japan.
Guess what Murph said?
What?
Like Foxy?
Something like that. Yeah.
Foxy.
Foxy is our transgendered friend.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So,
Before-
God damn it, my
Before we
brain
get back
just
to
stopped.
this,
Sorry.
The one
I
highlight.
blame you, Murph.
One of the more interesting things that happened while I was, out in the middle of nowhere in Midland. Basically, we run this watermelon warehouse, and we have good watermelons and bad watermelons. Bad watermelons will sell to people that just pass by and want to basically peddlers. They buy the watermelons and they sell them at their stands. one of the peddlers was this girl or girl boy. It was a boy who became a girl, and he's like black and had these like earrings. And
RuPaul.
Basically he's like a medium-sized black guy, but he had boobs, and spoke in a very feminine voice. And apparently, the guys that work for us, they asked him to like go up to this one guy and like ask him for his number or something like that. So,
And he gave it to him.
Yeah. No. But it was just basically a lot of fun for a day for them. So they just got me.
Wow, how do you just like, man, I'd be pissed if somebody did that, just, it's like, how dare you think I'm a clown,
Yeah, exactly. I've seen that.
I'd just be like, I'm going to punch you all in the nuts.
Apparently, no, the girl went along with it.
The girl.
The girl guy, she went along. Fuck. She went along with it. She thought it was funny, and she humored them.
Good sense of humor. That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works, I guess. Because as we all know, gay people are funny.
We know a few of them.
Yeah, it's like Canadians. They're always funny.
And now they're sweating their balls off, actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, God.
Much like the rest of the fucking country.
Yeah.
No, they're actually, it's funny. They've been actually hotter than we have been.
You're kidding.
Oh, yeah. I'm not kidding. I just got a call from one of our dealers up in Iowa, in Cedar Rapids, actually. And there's a little town near there. There was 115. That's including the.
Yeah, there's some places like in Minnesota that were saying they may break their heat index of 132.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
It's
That's
gonna-
what you cook a steak to,
It's gonna get
goddammit.
up-
Yeah.
Upwards of like 105 up in Canada, in Toronto.
I actually heard about this one place. It was somewhere in the west, like around like New Mexico or somewhere. I don't remember what it was, but it's probably close to Oregon. Anyways, middle of the night, it was like 70 degrees or something like that, and then apparently this like heat pocket.
No,
dropped.
that was Kansas City.
It was
I
Kansas
read
City?
about that because it went up 22 degrees at midnight,
Yeah,
from 82 to 102.
yeah, middle of the night, and that's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just this weird anomaly that just, I'm gonna shit on your town,
Yeah,
and that's pretty
Yeah,
much what it did. So
hot steaming shit.
Then Iowa's been getting these massive floods. I'm like, we need some big water pumps and just pump all the water down here because our lakes are going dry.
it's pretty sad when you actually hear what we need is a hurricane.
Yeah, we actually need a hurricane or something to drop all that water on us.
Yeah,
Because Lake Travis is getting extremely low.
Yeah.
and actually it rained for the first time in like a year in Midland when I was last week, and it wasn't. It was ridiculous. It was basically this cloud, all that pressure behind the cloud kicked up all this dust. So it was rain, but it was also like this dust storm at the same time.
Ooh, so it caused a lot
So
of
it
mud.
rained mud.
Yeah.
No. Well, the funny thing was, like, it got everything dirty at first, and then, like, the rain and the wind, it was, like, such fucking wind, that afterwards, like, my car was outside when it happened, my car was clean. After it all happened, it was just, like, fucking insane, you know?
That's
Did
why
it
you-
have
that's why
double
you call-
skin because it went to the mud first?
That's what you
Yeah.
call squall lines. Squall lines do
Yeah.
that. They kick up. It's totally calm. There's a big barrier of wind that just all hell.
Yeah,
breaks
the very
loose.
wind, and it kicks up all this dust that's, just everywhere because it hadn't rained in so long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it
I
was,
bet that was a massive looking shelf cloud in front of that too. That would
Yeah.
be pretty cool to see.
So do we have any other random lines from Vert or Murphy?
No, they're actually being quiet.
Okay.
because we
Vert
started
probably
talking
went to
about
go and get another beer, and Vert said 132, and he's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, how about we take a quick break?
Mhm.
We'll come back to our next beer review, and we'll be back. Speckwagon, done it.
So,
We're back. Speckwagon,
on that,
dot net. Yes, another beer review.
yes, and I'm feeling better because the table is kind
No,
of.
you're not like being capped in the knees.
Yeah, I was kind of doing like this the whole time, so this is a lot better.
Yeah, so this one from Widmer Brothers, their Rotator IPA series. This one would just kind of come around recently here in the stores. And I just or when was this? Is that a produced on date or?
Where is that?
No, it's just near the bottom here. I just now noticed it actually.
June 8/11.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's just when it was when it was bottled.
Actually, what does that number mean down there? It's like 755 H.
I have no idea.
Or sorry, it's NH. Maybe someone on the chat knows.
No, so India Pale Ale, so we should expect quite a bit of hop.
By the way, my dad, he's become like really enamored with IPAs lately.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Any
Yes.
he personally recommends that we may have to try?
He really goes for Dogfish Head.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Ooh, definitely get the citrus scent from the hops.
Yeah, it's
just
almost-
right out of the bottle already.
It's almost kind of smarmy. It's like really thick.
Yeah, it almost kind of reminds me of what you might get from like a Hefeweizen sometimes.
Yeah.
So, give it a pour.
Ooh. Almost looks like water coming out.
Yeah, it kind of comes across as very thin. I don't know, you may not be able to see that. Lots of carbonation.
Well,
At
not
least
so
at
much on
first.
mine. Oh my god, yeah.
And now we can. Yeah, it's a pretty active brew there.
Yeah, this reminds me of it's like those little sea monkeys.
Sea monkey beer.
Yes.
I might just like tiny bit ahead, which is not bad. So, not a. I don't know, a little lighter on color than I expect, but
Yeah, it's almost like kind of orange. It
Yeah.
reminds me of like white cranberry juice.
yeah, kind of does.
And it kind of smells like white cranberry juice, like with peach.
Yeah, kind of. So, for me, the citrus scent is probably kind of dead down. I get like a hint of sweetness, but now I really get that hop scent to it. So, we're just to see how this plays out. So, shall we?
For sure.
Drink, bitches. That's not as hoppy as I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit. But, no, just. See, I had it wrong. Okay, when I was thinking of it before, when I was talking about white cranberry juice and peach, no, it's more like white grape juice.
White grape juice, okay.
I think this is really what it tastes like. Except with like the hops taste on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like this gray, kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, I don't really get the grape taste out of it. I don't know. It's really, for me, it's really kind of hard to describe it. It's
Ooh, okay, there's the hops. Good.
it's not. I don't know. Maybe if I let the head die down, that might help a little bit.
No, all I'm tasting right now is like white grape, and the hops, but no.
Yeah, I don't get the white
below
grape
that.
taste here, oddly enough.
Oh, I just ate my burritos, so maybe the kind of barbecue sauce from that's kind of.
That might have had
Getting up
something
the
to do with it,
sweetness.
yeah. But no, that's the problem. All I'm getting is hop, and that's. And it's not even just like that citrus tinge you get from certain ones. It's just
Right.
yeah, it's hops.
Yeah, and it's very not even mellow. It's just like kind of empty. You know, it's very,
I would say that's a good way to describe it. I
it's
mean,
very
it's,
airy. Yeah.
it doesn't really have a lot of depth to it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably good for like a hot day in Texas kind of drink, maybe.
Yeah.
Especially because what the hops are refreshing, but it's not super overpowering like you get in some IPAs.
Right.
But other than that, as far as like a sip and enjoy beer,
Yeah.
I'm kind of underwhelmed. I mean, I've had IPAs that I love,
Right.
like you mentioned Dogfish Head, but this one's kind of
Bland.
disappointing, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is very bland.
Yeah. It's this is something you could offer to somebody and they wouldn't, they would not be, they should never be scared of it.
Right. No, this is probably like the only IPA I've ever tasted where you could probably just like chug the whole thing.
You probably could, actually.
Because it goes down just like water. I mean, there's a little bit of hop kind of buzz in there, but it's not anything significant.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you give it?
3.5.
I'm actually going to go lower. I'm going to go 2.5.
Yeah.
Just because I wouldn't be offended if anybody gave me one, but it's
Nothing
not.
to be too thrilled about.
Huh?
Nothing to be too thrilled about.
No. I've had far better IPAs than this, so.
I think we're actually grading it the same, but yours is logarithmic, mine's more linear.
Yeah.
So.
One of these days we'll have to sit and actually figure that out as far as like give examples like this is why we rated this and here's the description why, and Actually, that's what we need to do. We need to do a drink review wiki on the site for all the fucking drinks we've done. You know, not only with us, but the Vegas and Seattle crew.
Right.
And I think Murphy is working on another one if the image I saw was correct.
See, if anything, I would just go with your scale because mine's not really informative. Like, if we had like a good beer and a bad beer, you'd be able to tell the difference with my score. But if you had two really good beers, then it'd just be like, oh, I don't know, they're both 4.5. So
right.
Logarithmic scale's probably better.
Well, like with the coconut porter, you went with 4.5. I went with a 4.
Well,
so,
even logarithmically, I think the coconut porter was around 4.5.
Yeah.
It was really fucking good. I liked that.
So
Have some more of that later.
yeah. Well, there was only 4 cans altogether.
Whoops.
Yeah. $10 for a 4-pack, but.
Oh.
But I like the way they
shit.
do. Actually,
That's so much. That's like almost as much as 1050.
no, 1050 was $16 for a 4-pack.
Oh,
It's so worth it though.
God.
And one thing I did, going back to the.
I could never afford that.
Huh?
I could never afford that.
Well, I only buy it every once in a while.
So you're drinking that to get that taste out of your mouth, or what?
No. I want to show people this because this is one thing I did like about the coconut porter. They don't use a traditional plastic ring setup.
That was fucking cool.
They actually click into the plastics.
So it's reusable too.
Well, I don't know. I think I kind of bend it too much, but then you don't have to worry about, you know, it getting to the waterways and birds and fish getting caught in it and
What
shit.
about the metal parts?
Probably be big. I don't think they can.
It's still it's pretty small. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine anything really getting stuck in that. Except maybe like a little fish felt like that.
It's a cock ring.
Yeah, you can use it as a cock ring.
For a Japanese person, maybe.
Or if you just like
That's Robert Liquor Store. It's spank like it.
Yes. So, which reminds me, I need to get you guys business cards for Evo. Which
You better hurry the fuck up, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow or Sunday. So
Yeah.
we'll get it Monday.
You better hurry up.
Yeah.
Because we're leaving Tuesday.
Yeah.
By the way, that's gonna be a hell of a drive too.
Oh yeah.
No sleep till Evo.
Fuck you. I know I'll probably driving most of the way, but once.
I meant the vehicle in of itself, not like.
Oh
you.
yeah, okay. I'd be like, ooh.
I'm not that much of a dick. Shithead.
You have to stay up for 50 hours.
No, it doesn't take that long to get there.
Oh yeah.
Thank
It's like
God.
It'll take
20
about
hours.
20.
Oh,
So, actually, I'm gonna go with.
You got some more news?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid news?
Well, first, actually, let me do a little bit of business because this one was kind of made me go, "What the fuck?" when I saw it.
I don't want to talk business right now. God damn it. Especially the week I've been through.
No. This is dumb in a way.
yeah. Done business.
No
Yes.
business.
So,
Kind of like the WoW theme park. That's pretty dumb business.
Yeah.
okay, McKinney, Texas. Blockbuster.
Where's that at? It's some small town.
It sounds like it's close by, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe look
Ah.
It might be around Dallas or
Probably.
so. I think
Block.
it's Dallas.
Anyway, Blockbuster LLC announced today it is
Dying?
assumed contracts with property owners nationwide and will maintain operations of more than 1,500 U.S. Blockbuster stores that would have closed under liquidation, as approved in New York bankruptcy court this week. Blockbuster also will retain more than 15,000 store employees. Quote, we're pleased we will
You said
continue...
15,000 stores and 15,000 employees.
Yeah, so 10 per store.
All right.
Which actually is about right, like
Yeah.
the last few Blockbusters I've been in. We're pleased that we will continue to operate more than 90% of the stores that were offered at auction in April, said Michael Kelly, president of Blockbuster. Quote, by lowering pricing and offering competitive summer promotions, we've brought millions of customers back into Blockbuster stores in the last 3 months to experience the best in convenience, choice, and value. Today, more than 100 million people live near a
That's
Blockbuster
contradiction.
store.
That's a contradiction to Blockbuster.
Yeah. To me, it always seems like the antithesis of convenience.
Yeah.
You know, compared to all the options we have these days,
Yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, among others.
Or even
Yeah.
local video stores like there are in Austin.
Yeah, exactly. They're pretty cheap.
Like that actually have like videos I might want to fucking watch.
Yeah, they
You
go
know.
for more like kind of rare collection. Not really rare, but just basically obscure.
Yeah, which is the shit, you know, I'll watch. You
Public
know.
library, maybe.
Right, and you know, most of the local video stores actually have like a kind of small or a room full of like just crazy ass porn. So maybe Blockbuster should do that.
Just to have like the adult room.
Yeah.
Because I remember places in Waterloo having those.
Family Video has those.
Yeah, I know. There's like
Family
one
Video.
room in the
They have
corner.
a one room it's not really one room, but it has a wall there. I remember that there's a what was it, Walnut Ridge, on Ridgeway there. They built Family Video, and they're bitching that they have an adult video section there. Guess what happened? Nothing happened. They still built it there.
Well, it's with the whole family. You know,
Yeah.
mom and dad need something to watch too. So.
And then you get the uncle that visits who's like, hasn't had a date in a while. And,
Yeah.
It's a
Of course,
comedy
they-
for the uncle.
yeah, of course.
But if you go in there, you feel like a real pervert because there's people in there.
Yeah, with only little kids all around. It's just like, which of these can I get off to faster?
Oh my god.
That's why it's a bad idea.
Oh my god.
No, I was just thinking of Bill Hicks when he says like, if you look at my receipts from rental places, it's pretty disturbing. Porn and video games,
Yeah.
which is probably that would be for me. Except, well, who rents porn when you got the internet?
Yeah, that's true. So maybe that's why
News
you know,
groups.
Huh?
News groups.
News groups, yes. BitTorrent. Yay, BitTorrent.
Both.
Huh?
Both.
Yeah, there we go. FTP, IRC. Yes.
I was stupid, and I probably said this before. I ruined the laptop just by using LimeWire.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't
No.
use LimeWire. You will.
Well, LimeWire's pretty much dead.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think LimeWire is pretty much dead.
Well, actually, while we're talking about dead and business,
And business.
in
Yeah.
business.
What business died?
Well, you and I talked about this.
What?
You and I talked about this earlier this week.
We have? I can't remember.
Borders bookstores
Oh, yeah.
closing the last of their stores.
Yep.
They are fucked beyond belief. Which is not surprising, honestly.
I'm surprised Barnes & Noble's still open.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, first they got wiped out by Barnes & Noble, and now even the whole Barnes & Noble scheme is kind of falling. So
Yeah.
it's surprising.
well,
they
Barnes
lasted
& Noble
this
kind of
long.
got smart. They jumped on the whole ebook thing
Yeah.
with the Nook and everything. They finally, once they saw Kindle, like, oh shit. And then they actually came out. They actually didn't half-ass it, which was good. They actually came out with a good product.
Yeah.
So, merely buying books at cover value is still fucking stupid. But
Yeah.
and that was one thing Borders never got, unfortunately. And Borders tried to be more like Barnes & Noble with the coffee shops and stuff, and it just failed. They didn't do it right. And which is so funny.
There's actually people still going to Barnes & Noble. The Barnes & Noble down here.
It's always busy.
It's always busy as hell.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed they don't buy shit? They just buy coffee and read magazines.
Yeah, it's
For me, I actually go
so
buy
Starbucks
magazines.
is paying them.
Pretty much.
But yeah, well, I still sell. Sometimes, last time I was there, they're busy as hell, and they're still buying books.
Yeah.
So
Barnes
they must be
Noble-
doing something right. I don't know what the hell they're doing right.
It's basically a Starbucks with a library attached.
Yeah,
People
Pretty
just
much,
pick
yeah.
up the
And
books.
free
Would you-
Wi-Fi. Free
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so you can go there, drink some coffee, and read a book for free,
Yeah, and then put it back.
and put it back.
It's just like, were you gonna buy that? No, I was just
Fuck
gonna read.
nah, dude.
I wanted to read something while I was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Maybe they.
I
thought-
paid
maybe-
$6 for this quad shot latte. God damn it! I'm gonna read these and Feynman.
The book is worth less than the fucking coffee is.
Yeah.
Yes, you could go to the romance section. Yeah. But and that was actually what I will admit. Out of all the retail jobs I've ever done, years ago I used to work for Borders. Well, Walden Books is what it was in Florida.
So that
Yeah,
means
so
all
Walden
Walden books are closed.
They're all fucked. And actually, the one I worked at closed years ago, apparently. But that was actually a fun job.
Yeah.
Working in the bookstore is actually pretty fun. Somewhat dependent on the clientele, of course, but if it's something you truly enjoy and you get people who are into it that aren't, socially fucking inept,
Right.
Which most people are now.
well, like in a video game store,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother breed of nerdery right there.
Yeah.
But usually people who come in, who are interested in books, just sit and hang with them. It was pretty cool. Just didn't pay worth a shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
When I'd actually been offered the position of a supervisor
At
in
Borders. At Borders.
at a Borders. Well, it was a Walden Books in a mall, so it was a little bit smaller.
Alright.
And I was working for Walmart at the time, so I was looking for any way to get out of there. Didn't work because supervisor position was only $8 an hour.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what I get paid, man.
Yeah, it's mall retail. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they have so much overhead just with like being in a mall.
you know what's so funny? Going with that for a moment. This is a tangent. The mall I was in,
Was it
DeSoto Square.
Was it a ghetto mall?
No. It really wasn't a ghetto.
Like the one that's.
Highland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a go.
Yeah, I only go there to go to Journeys to buy my chucks and then leave.
Half the stores are closed.
But no, like DeSoto Square Mall, they actually had like a ton of empty spots, unfortunately. And the mall, because it was actually a Simon Mall property, and they were so hard up for people to rent these spots. There was one spot right next to a Dillard's, and they told my manager, like, we'll let you rent it for $500 a month, which is fucking cheap for mall property.
Yeah.
It's less than an apartment, man.
Yeah.
So we did it, and we put all of our bargain shit there. I was so bored in that store. Seriously, I could sit there and just read for hours on end.
No one come in there.
No.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
I would just sit there, seriously, I would just be sitting on the counter, just like this, you know, reading whatever, like Watchmen or some shit. And then somebody come in like, you know, it'd be nice, put the book away, like, hey, what's up? Let me know if you need anything. You know, just kind of chill.
How much did they leave?
Like, fuck. Go back to reading. There was days we only made...
Jesus.
What the fuck was that? There was days we only made like $5 in that store.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Borders is dead.
I think another 10 years malls won't be around. They'll be all closed up.
God, I hope so. Jesus, malls are so fucking useless. God damn it. Sorry. Actually, shall we talk about food
Again?
again?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Well, it's food.
Food. Okay.
Food. Not
alcohol.
not alcohol. Even though whoever came up with this idea had to have been drunk. San Francisco's very first food truck dedicated to bacon is making its debut.
Oh no.
Besides the expected burgers and sandwiches with a good-sized serving of bacon, you can also find some unusual eats like bacon covered with chocolate and toffee.
Or
Quote-
bacon-covered bacon.
Quote, I've had maple bacon, and that is good too. It's only natural to try the other one, said San Francisco worker Justin Hong. Quote, everyone I know loves bacon. Vegetarians love bacon. People with religious beliefs that don't let them eat bacon. They eat bacon.
They love bacon even more.
Said Jim Angelis of Bacon. And
Jesus Christ.
another unusual item on the menu is bacon jelly, which is put on sandwiches for extra flavor.
Gotta infuse your bacon with bacon, guys.
Oh, man. What is up with
Bacon
people?
jelly? Really? Is this what we're coming to, everybody? Come on, world. No.
I mean, pepper jelly
We're
makes
all,
sense.
we're all,
you know.
we're all fat fucks eating bacon upon bacon, playing WoW, and watching Jersey Shore.
Hey, I play WoW and I'm not that bad. So.
Yeah, well, no.
Bacon
Like,
strips,
yeah,
bacon strips, and bacon strips, and bacon
Yeah.
strips, and bacon strips.
Yeah.
But you get my point though.
Yeah. You know, I think what you were saying basically was it the God, their name escapes me. The food guys, the ones that make
Epic Mealtime,
Epic
yeah.
Mealtime. Epic Mealtime should just being like, we totally get what you're doing.
God.
But no.
Actually, they should just have us on there because we're probably about as drunk as they are. You know. Except what would we do about him being a vegetarian?
They can make like veggie bacon or something.
Veggie bacon.
No, they won't. They'll be like,
Or
the only vegetable they deal with is like potatoes, and that's it.
Yeah. Or they could just like try and.
But they'll pour in some Jack Daniel's liquor.
I could just sit there and drink Jack Daniels. That'd be that's
Okay.
Just be like, he's sitting in the sidelines drinking fucking Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniel's liquor. Yes. That's,
Those guys are awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
They're funny too.
I'm sorry, I just like the editing they do. I mean, the food they do is really, pretty fucking retarded.
But they
quite
got like
honestly.
50 people eating it.
Yeah, along with hot chicks. So
Yeah. They're just like, "Rawr, rawr." Even the chicks are just digging into that shit.
yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of FPS Russia?
Yeah, I actually watched that one.
Yeah. Epic Mealtime had him on, and basically, since he's Russian and he's into guns, they put like vodka instead of Jack Daniels into everything.
Yeah.
And they ate it with guns. They just had a
Seriously,
gun.
grab a Desert Eagle and just.
Hopefully it's not loaded. It's loaded with bacon.
Yeah,
Pretty much
bacon
was.
bullets.
Yeah.
No, like what was it? The guy who leads at the mealtime. He's just like going off.
Oh,
like,
Harley. Yeah.
He's going off for like 2 minutes about how much he loved this fucking Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
I fucking love this gun.
Guns and bacon. It's an internet win. Yeah.
Which is what I thought the first time I saw it. It was just like, oh my god. It's like crossing streams in Ghostbusters. You can't do that without expecting something horrific.
Yeah.
So,
They break the ball of vodka and eats with that. Yeah.
they break the fucking speed limit with that thing, man. Or
Yeah.
the speed of life, whatever.
What?
Nothing.
How's the chat room?
It's dead.
Yeah.
What?
I think Murph and Verge left. So,
Fuckers.
yeah.
So, wow, I didn't realize this actually happened in Tampa.
Okay, what happened?
Alright. What Rick Eller did aboard a cruise ship in November was stupid, his attorney says.
That's pretty bad.
Eller admits he got drunk aboard the MS Wyndham, broke into a control room, and deployed the ship's anchor early in the morning. Daniel L. Castillo said, quote, I guess he thought it was a big joke. Castillo, I'm going to wait so you don't spew all over the mixer.
That was so funny.
Castillo added, quote, he's got a lot of money. It was a silly thing to do. It's silly. He's not denying he did it. But is Eller guilty of a federal crime?
Yes!
Castillo says no.
You went into a fucking control room of a cruise ship. It's like almost going into the cockpit of an airplane.
Well, who owned the ship?
They haven't gone into that just yet.
Because
So.
if it was just like Florida that owned it, then okay. But if it was like a government or sort of
International waters or some shit.
Usually,
Yeah,
most of them are international waters.
right.
Or international waters.
Quote, he's guilty of felony stupidity. That he is. But I don't think it should be a federal crime.
Okay, I blame this on him, and I blame this on, God damn it, on the security
Or lack thereof.
the lack
Yeah.
thereof on the boat.
Yeah.
You would think in sensitive areas, let's say engineering or the bridge, there'd be security. Well, I don't know where the control room is for the anchors.
You would think it'd be on the bridge unless there's like some secondary
Yeah.
control.
But
you
you'd think to be,
But do you think it actually says push here, drop anchor? What? You know?
I don't know. It's just that's just retarded. You know, the security should be a little bit more tighter. You would think.
Well,
Yeah.
the only thing about that is kind of on an operational level. If it is an engineering bay, then if they had to worry about security while they're doing their job, then they might kind of have a couple of fuck ups that way. It's just like, oh, I need to do this right now, or else the ship's going to crash. But I can't because of
Yeah, but you'd have ways to prove that fairly quickly, I would think. So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It probably costs a lot of money.
And that reminds me of that one that happened like in May. It was recently. Where was this at? It was a really big Royal Caribbean ship, and it's parked right next to the dock. And one of the oil tanks caught on fire right next to it.
Shit.
I'd never seen a big ship move that fast before. Because they had all these people still on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was not enough time to allow them to
No,
disembark.
so
and-
they actually just,
All that's.
remove all the moorings and just got the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And you can actually see video of them on the boat taking video of
Well, shit, wouldn't
of the,
you?
of the tank still on fire. And they actually had two people that were injured, or a few people that were injured on that. And on the hospital, on the ship, on the hospital on the ship, and they're
Yeah.
let go. But that was, I never seen a ship get ready to move that, to leave. It actually only took a few minutes for it to leave.
Yeah.
So, hey, continuing on here. The attorney filed a motion Thursday to dismiss a 3-count indictment against Ayler, who Castillo is described as a wealthy Californian who owns an RV business. Quote, an alcohol-induced reckless act does not necessarily equate to a violation of federal criminal statutes, Castillo wrote.
No, when I make a reckless act when I'm drunk, I trip over a chair.
The lawyer says that the charge is part of federal anti-terrorism legislation, carries a maximum possible prison term of 20 years,
Good, just for being that stupid.
although prosecutors have told him they expect sentencing guidelines to call for probation. Castillo said he tried without success to have Ehlert admitted to a pretrial diversion program. In other words, don't get drunk. Holland America, which was sailing from Costa Maya to Tampa, wasn't damaged, but it could have been, according to the arrest affidavit. Authorities said releasing an anchor on a moving cruise ship could damage the rudder and propeller, affecting maneuverability. It could puncture the ship, causing it to flood or sink.
Yeah,
no, fuck this asshole. Yes, it's a federal crime.
No.
You got thousands.
I give him a fourth indictment for being a dumbass. That should be a federal crime, being stupid.
There's thousands of people on that boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no. Here's the
That's
thing.
reckless endangerment.
As for the meaning of this article, my friend, my best friend, he's a law student at George Washington University, and ever since he was in high school and he started studying law, he and I would always talk, and we'd always have this kind of game, where it's just they always try to make something, either a state crime or a federal crime.
Right.
And it was always kind of, a game for us. It's just well, how does this actually work? And, there's always the 14th Amendment, and the biggest thing is the Commerce Clause, which is why, so many things these days they talk about it as a federal crime. Mm-hmm. It's because Commerce Clause, and especially when they were trying to, get rid of the whole Jim Crow thing, Commerce Clause means something that is not just relegated to one state, but if it's a business that does something between states,
yeah,
that is a federal crime.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And one thing he said in there that he actually was just this is totally fucked is the federal anti-terror thing. And there's actually another story that he told me about that, this is another one of those things where it's just how the fuck is this relevant? But apparently this woman who was a biochemist was, it's actually this thing is in the Supreme Court right now, and they haven't decided on it yet. They've heard all the testimony and everything,
mm-hmm.
but later on this year they're going to decide on it. Basically, she was married, and her husband was cheating on her with this woman. So she decided to get back at the woman because she was a biochemist, and her adulterer was actually pregnant. Well, they couldn't get pregnant, so she decided to make this woman very sick by putting basically putting chemicals in her very indirectly. So one thing she would do was she would fuck with that woman's mail. She would go to the post office where her husband's adulterer picked up her mail, and
ooh, that's not good. Doing that. That's
apparently this woman's very smart, but she would go in there and she would tamper with the mail and put little things in the chemicals so that when she picked up the mail and started opening it, she'd get it on her and she started getting sick. And of course this is a fucked up thing, but apparently this is a federal crime now.
Yeah, because you're messing with the U.S. mail.
Exactly. But that's the thing though, that's really fucking indirect though, because the federal not only is it a federal crime, she was actually declared a terrorist. Or at least being tried as that, just because
it can affect other people too.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
she wasn't doing it. She was just affecting one person, but the fact that she was doing it with mail at a post office.
Yeah.
And it's not even an act of terror or something, but it is contained within the anti-terror legislation.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's just you're doing one thing, and it's not actually being a terrorist, but they still are saying that she's being tried by that law.
Yeah.
Which means that she gets subject to the penalty.
She
wasn't actually doing it.
She should be tried because it's you got the mail that people are dealing with. That's multiple people, not just the person that's actually towards.
But no, she didn't harm anybody else.
Oh, she didn't.
Yeah, but still, there's a really high chance, especially in a situation like that they could have.
Yeah.
That still seems like it's making a link that's not really there. It does seem like it's kind of jumping the gun. So.
Well, when it especially after all the anthrax scares, especially after
that's why it was in the
yeah.
anti-terror thing.
So I can kind of understand why in a case like that it really should be on the side of caution,
right.
Especially when you're dealing with an unknown substance, and especially when the person who's doing this has intent to harm another human being.
But basically, a woman getting vengeance on her husband's adulterers becomes a terrorist. That's the reason why you can't really jump the gun on these things, because you can do one little thing and suddenly you're a terrorist.
But her method was what did it. She could have
she's
slashed tires or
the car out.
Yeah,
the car out front. Holy shit!
Yeah, Red Saturn over here had 3 tires slashed and the back window broke out. It's after a week after they bought it, it was what the fuck?
And 2 days later, after that happened, it looked all brand new. They had new tires.
Off.
Yeah, holy crap! Somebody did not like that person.
Yeah. But no,
Oh my God.
it's probably real. In that particular case, it was probably her method that really got her.
Right.
You know, she could have just, you know, probably if she had, you know, just pumped it into like the air con of their house or something, then it would just, you know, it would have been
Like James
you know,
Bond shit right there.
Yeah.
actually not as hard as you might think, but
Still, if you think about
but
it.
no, think about it. Then at that point, it probably, you know, just attempted manslaughter.
Right. But no,
You know-
she never actually intended to kill the woman. She just wanted to make herself.
Well, still, I mean, that's how it just works. So, well,
yeah, it's just.
might be probably attempted battery or however that play out.
But
But
it still feels a little 1984 that this woman's a terrorist. You know. And it's still like being decided, obviously. I mean, the Supreme Court still hasn't decided on it, but I mean, it's just like kind of fucked up because that's the kind of thing that people were worried about when all these the post 9/11 like terror scare thing happened.
Yeah.
Is that all of a sudden, you know, our own citizens are going to be, you know, declared terrorists for stupid shit.
yeah.
I think that's why that's a lot of the motivation behind that argument. So.
Well, which I can see. So, but I can also kind of see the government side on.
Let's go run in
in
the
this
cars.
case.
Let's go run in the cars right now.
Well, we do have, like, I think I have all the current Grand Theft. No, I actually have all the Grand Theft Autos. All the way from the first one to the updates for 4, so.
Yeah, you too. I played one of them.
If you really wanted to make that analogy, if you know he was just driving in cars and running into buildings, he accidentally hit a federal building, then who would be a
Then
terrorist?
it would be a terrorist. It would be a terrorism case at that point. So.
Yes, it would.
Shit, I'm out of material now.
You're always running out of news, dude.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's why I told people it's like when I told you it's like we're doing beer reviews because I really haven't had the time to like sit and research stories.
We've been trying to deal with our trip to Vegas.
Well, not only that, and like all the other videos I've been doing.
Oh yeah, you've been doing a lot of videos too.
Which
so.
actually I should after this I should just grab the episode. We'll watch it on the 360 or something.
Yeah.
all right, cool. Oh, what time are we at right now?
10:44.
All right. Do you want to take a really quick break?
Yeah, we can do that, and then we can wrap up while you got pee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, wrap up, and we'll be back to Speculating.
.net. Drink bitches.
You don't have much to drink. Specwagon.
.net.
There we go. That was annoying. Hey.
As I was saying, mouth kittens. Cats everywhere.
Yes. So actually, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. I've got like 2 minutes left, and I ran out of shit.
Yeah, I remember.
You always run out of shit.
So.
No, well, I don't know. We could always talk about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Sick of hearing about those games.
No, Capcom's doing it again. They're doing another update. And
It's gonna be called Ultimate now.
yeah.
MVC3.
Yeah. 8 new characters. But one thing.
Wait, which ones?
Huh? Frank West, Firebrand.
Don't know either of those.
From Ghouls and Ghosts, the Red Demon, and fuck if I can remember the other 6. But one thing I am glad actually 2 things from Comic Con. I'm glad they've kind of teased they're working on new Darkstalkers, which is they play Felicia again.
Yeah.
That's not Marvel. And we saw a video from the new Beavis and Butthead.
That's right. I heard about that. And apparently they're gonna talk to the girl who played Daria.
Oh, Janine Garofalo.
No, it was Tracy Morgan Drucker or something like that.
Huh?
Janine Garofalo played as Daria in the series.
she?
Yeah.
Well, no, there was another voice actress that they had. I guess when Daria was on Beavis and Butthead, she had a different.
Yeah,
voice
it was
actress.
Janine Garofalo in the TV series.
Well, apparently I looked up the person who played her voice originally. If that's the case. She's apparently like an executive at Comedy Central right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But no.
Where's this gonna be? Is it gonna be on TV?
It's on MTV.
Yeah. Which
But-
is good because they're finally going back to kind of like their old school stuff when they first started.
When they
not
were actually
playing-
kind of being original.
Yeah, when they first stopped playing music videos all the time. So.
But no, I actually watched it, and I'm actually looking forward to it.
Is
It's,
it good?
Yeah, I like
That was
some of the
funny.
stuff they did.
that was funny.
Here's the thing: how can they?
They don't just do music now. They do.
They do like other TV shows,
Yeah.
like the one in the one they did for Comic Con.
Yeah.
They actually made fun of Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it was
That's
funny.
good.
That
It was
It needs
fun.
to
It
be
was
fun.
very well done. So I'm
After we
hoping
get,
that
after we
quality-
get done with the show, you need to show.
I'll
me.
show. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
show it to you, and I'll show you the whole thing too.
Okay.
So,
See, that's the thing I was concerned with, is that how are they going to make it contemporary when, it's kind of subject matter's gone? They can't make fun of, like, grunge or, 90s alternative anymore, because it's not the 90s.
Yeah. Make fun of reality TV shows.
Reality TV, well, and that was one thing Mike Judge said he was doing was, when they do that bit, because they knew that was, part of the whole experience.
Right.
So they've really updated it for now, where they're making fun of reality shows, they're making fun of stuff like UFC, and so that material really has been brought to now.
And it's really fun because they're still just making fun of MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
There you go.
But I'm really hoping the quality stays up. If this episode we saw was any indication that if it keeps that, I think it's.
I do have to say though, Mike Judge. I mean, as long as King of the Hill went on, it was still good.
Yeah, it was solid. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really solid when it comes to doing stuff, especially. He's not like the guys who make The Simpsons. They stopped caring about The Simpsons and they're starting to strong now. So.
Yeah.
I
and then every once in a while you just do a movie like Idiocracy.
That's true.
Well,
that sure could go from Starbucks right now.
I just wish. I just hope. Oh, I didn't wish, but I just hope it's good as like the original.
Yeah.
And they don't just they come up with some nice stuff instead of just.
And I wonder how much. I wonder how much they're gonna go for like the nostalgia factor with that show.
There's part of it because who was the kid that always wore the Winger shirt?
The Winger shirt.
Yeah, blonde-haired kid.
I know for a while they're always making fun of like the whole like kind of neo-hippieism from like the 90s.
Yeah, with the one teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, but they.
Stewart. That's the kid's name, Stewart.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I actually watched that show.
Put in the hole, Stewart. Put in the hole. Anyway, but no, if what I saw is going to be an indicator, I'm looking forward to it. So, so yeah, let's go ahead and actually wrap this thing up instead of doing rambling bullshit to fill time. So, because we can't do a beer review in 5 minutes, and we drink all the beer. So,
well, here's what we can do: we can get a beer, and then we can chug it, and then review that.
No.
Oh.
He's the only one who's got the shit beer, so.
Yeah.
All right, I can chug it at the PBR.
Oh God. Then you'd be like burping some beers.
Yeah, probably.
So anyway.
You have the shits tomorrow morning too.
Oh God. It's like Drano. For your colon. Colon.
I seen somebody. Speaking about colon, I seen there's somebody that posted being a troll on Huffington Post, a right-wing troll. Then they posted a link, and it was some kind of stupid ass link. It's like, I think he just pulled that link out of your colon. And somebody's like, somebody made it. It's like, I can't figure out where that link came from. And some guy's like, his colon. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
It's not funny if you have to explain it.
Yeah, I'm just whatever.
That's pretty much for everything. That I don't know. It's just some conservatives these days. They just kind of go. They really base their ideology on like chain letters and shit like that. So
and they think John Wayne was actually from Waterloo, Iowa.
Yeah. So,
no, it's John Wayne Gacy. You dumb bitch.
So yeah.
God damn it.
It's just all over
Anyway.
It's called guano. That's all it's called.
Guano.
So anyway, yeah, let's wrap this up here. So hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the stuff we've been posting. I think we're gonna get some new shit from Murphy soon. If what I saw earlier was any indication. Trencher's in Iowa right now. He was in the Corps.
Is he coming back?
I believe so. Yes.
I gotta hope so.
Yeah. Otherwise, this is gonna be one lame ass trip. But no, next week we're in Vegas. It's gonna be a spank venture.
Spank venture.
Spank venture. Well, we always have a spank venture.
That's true.
So, but no, we'll be in Vegas covering Evo legitimately. We have press passes and shit.
Right.
So that's gonna be awesome. We're actually gonna be there for like a few days, so we're gonna not only do Evo but some other lame Vegas-y shit. Definitely have to hit up the Pinball Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
We need a picture of all three of us playing Star Trek pinball.
All three of us.
All three of us, because they have all three. Original Data East 25th and TNG.
All really next to each other.
Yes, remember that picture I had you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's where it was from.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we'll go to that.
I'll get the TNG one.
Yeah, I know. Our friend Deemer from Ars Anime says like, "Dude, we're hitting up food trucks." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" As long as they don't have bacon.
Yeah.
You know, it's fuck
Yeah, as
bacon.
long as it's not that bacon truck in San Francisco.
Even though I did actually buy bacon salt yesterday.
Hmm.
I just wanted to try it. It's actually not bad.
You-
I wouldn't put it on everything, but it'd just be like,
You are mixing like the two unhealthiest things. So salt and bacon.
We're
but
going
there's
to,
not actually any bacon in it.
Huh?
We'll
Just
go-
It's
bacon.
actually vegan.
we're going to Roach Coaches. That's not healthy.
No, screw you. We did that gypsy picnic. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, next week we'll be in Vegas. You're gonna have so much material. It's gonna be coming out your ass.
Just
Like,
like
it gives you the shits. don't ask folks. Anyway,
It's
Republican leaks from the colon.
no, it's going to be stupid,
It's gonna be
bullshit
better.
news links from the colon.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes do have to pull this out of my ass. So anyway, yes, we'll be there. We are taking the whole broadcast system, so we're going to try to do a live episode. Not from the floor of Evo, because that ain't fucking happening.
Yeah.
So, now we'll do it from the room, whatever. But hey, join us. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be doing some cool shit. Who Asked You? WhoAskedYou.com. Go join up with them on Sundays. And maybe we might get a Spank Wagon personality on there. Still trying to figure that out. So for Air Metrics behind the producer desk,
What?
I'm so used to you clicking your camera when I say that. So
Like that?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's just, force of habit. So.
Yeah, get used to it. So and of course, Brew.
Hello.
I'm Robert Liquor Store. You can watch Spank Wagon. Oh, it's Spank Wagon.
.net.
.net.
Drink bitches. I'm selling this.